Dear aspirants, welcome to my channel. This is model question paper 1 Electrical and Electronics Engineering semester 2 course Concepts of Electrical Circuit. Subject code is 25 EE 21 high. These are 3 marks questions. So list the factor affecting capacitance of the capacitors. So these are the factor. One is an area of the plate. If the area will be large, the capacitance is high. The distance between the plate, next one is the distance between the plate. If the distance is more, the lower capacitance. Same way it is in dielectric materials. So the material which is having high permeability, it will give the high capacitance. So you can formula will be an relationship between C is equal to epsilon A divided by, this is A divided by D should be depending of diameter, area and epsilon is a high permittivity. Okay. What do you mean by grouping of cells? With an example, explain the grouping of cells and with an examples. See, grouping of cells, the word group, it is a connecting with two or more cells together, obtain a proper voltage or current, that we call it as a group. It is a combination of two or more cells together will produce the voltage and current. There's a two types of grouping. So there is a series connection and parallel connection. So series connection, nothing but it is ended with the connection which end to end, that is we call it as in series. In this series connection, voltage if you increase, current remain same. Same way coming to the parallel. Okay, it is connected together, negative terminal. Okay, negative terminal together. If you increase the current, voltage remaining same in the parallel. It is an opposite to series. The example is given series 3 cells of 1.5 voltage. The total voltage will be an 4.5 voltage. Okay, same way it is in parallel cells, 3 cells, the same voltage 1.5 voltage, but current will be more. Current will be an more capacity. Next question will be state and explain maximum power transfer theorem. Okay, the statement, whatever it is, whatever the maximum power transferred to the load when the load resistant RL will be equal to the source or internal resistance RS. Nothing but RL load resistance always will be equal to RS and internal resistance. Okay. So when you load resistance will be equal to source resistance, the circuit it will be giving power will be maximum power of the load. So RL load resistance is smaller or greater than RS, the power transmission will be very less. It is used for communication electrical circuit, which we can use it for communication and electrical circuits we can use. Next question is explain concept of mutual induction. So first we have to know the definition of what you meant by mutual induction. It is a phenomena if you change the current in one coil induced an EMF is nearby the coil. It means if you change the current, for example, if you change current one coil, okay, one coil induced an EMF electromagnetic force in the nearby coil. The first will be the current flow to the first coil or primary coil, create a magnetic field. When you go to the coil, current go to the coil, magnetic field will be induced. The current changes, magnetic field also changes. If the current will be decreased, magnetic field also decrease. If you increase, it will be increase. Changing magnetic field link with a secondary coil and EMF induced on. If you change secondary linking with another coil, there also EMF current will be induced. You can give an example, proper example for transform work. Principle of transformers is based on the principle of mutual induction. Next question, write a difference between star and delta. Star we can represent Y. In the star 3 phases connected to a common neutral point, and it has a 3-phase wires plus 1 neutral wire. The phase was voltage less than line voltage. Used for distribution systems. It is suitable for long distance transmissions. We can use this. Same way it is a delta, we are representing delta. It is connected to closed loop. There is no neutral point. It is having a 3-phase wire, same as 3-phase wire plus 1 neutral wire, and phase of voltage is equal to line of voltage. Here phase of voltage is less than the line of voltage. Used for industrial loads, used for distribution systems, it is used for suitable for heavy load applications we can use. The next question is explain vector representation of leading and lagging currents. So vector representation of the currents, it means in AC circuits the current voltage representing rotating vector. Okay. So what do you mean by logging current? So how you are going to explain logging current? The current log behind voltage, you can represent voltage by angle, nothing but phi. We are representing vector behind the voltage vector. So occurs in inductive circuit, RL circuits. For example, inductor is an example for lagging. Coming to the leading current. In the leading current, I had voltage by the angle representing by vector ahead of voltage vector, and occurrence of capacitive circuit, RL circuits, example for capacitors. See, inductor nothing but current lag, capacitor nothing but current leading circuit. Next is compare electric magnetic circuits. Any 3 points I am going to comparing. So comparing for electric magnetic circuit, in the driving force, if you go to the electrical circuit, that will be produced EMF voltage. Coming to the magnetic circuit, it will be produced MMF force, nothing but magnetomotive force. Next will be second point is current flow quantity. So electro circuit current is I, magnetic circuit current is magnetic flux. So opposition, electric circuit resistance will be there, magnetic circuits reluctance will be there. See more information, please subscribe my channel and share and support. This is a model question paper. Model question paper 2 also I am going to upload another video. Thank you.